We have Bryan Battle versus Ange Loosa. Bryan Battle, 10-2. He's 4-1 his last five. He's actually coming off a submission victory over AJ Fletcher. Ange Loosa, 10-3. He is 3-2 in his last five. He's coming off a decision victory over Reyes McKee. Looking at the odds for this fight right now, we have Bryan Battle at minus 170, opened up at a minus 140. This is also going to be one of my locks. I'm locking in Bryan Battle. I really believe in this guy. This guy has just really impressed me in each passing fight that he's had. He's a long range striker. He's going to have the reach advantage here. He's going to have the height advantage. I think that his kickboxing has really improved in each and every fight. The only fight that he hasn't been able to show that was when he got grappled by Renat Fakhretdinov. I mean, and that's, we know Ange Loosa ain't that. So I mean, that let's just get that out of the way. But if you get in a striking matchup with this guy, he usually will win that striking matchup. He also ended with a submission victory over AJ Fletcher in that last fight. So I think this guy is just constantly improving, and he has the frame and the kind of physicality to continue to fill out. I think that this welterweight kind of weight class for him is really good as well. And I really like that he has a certain dog in him, right? I mean, a lot of people would have probably just tapped out or like, kind of just like tapped out against Renat, because what Renat was doing to this guy was pretty dangerous. He was beating this guy up. He came in a short notice in that fight too. I was surprised that you know Bryan Battle even took that fight, to be honest, because he was just coming off of that KO victory over Takashi Sato. It was a highlight, and then he took that fight, and I just knew that that was going to kill some of his hype. But he won it back with Gabe Green, he won it back with AJ Fletcher, and I think it's going to just continue. I mean, Ange Loosa, don't get me wrong, he's pretty solid. Like, I think he's a really solid guy. This guy went to decision with JDM, which is not an easy thing to do. And he made that a somewhat of a close fight, even though JDM won. I just feel like he's probably tapped out of where he is. I don't know if he's going to get much better in his kind of style and career. I mean, his last win was against Reyes McKee. I don't know if that's a UFC caliber fighter there. And I don't know if he has that finishing capability that you probably need to have to beat a guy like Bryan Battle, or that grappling kind of upside. I mean, he will be the kind of stouter kind of person here and the kind of physically stronger person here, but we saw what Bryan Battle did to AJ Fletcher, who has like kind of more of a grappling based game plan, more of a kind of strong base as well. And AJ Fletcher wasn't able to do anything. So it could be a close fight on the feet, but I just feel like Bryan Battle will be able to eventually overcome any kind of issues that Ange has on him. And without that grappling upside or without that KO power, I just don't feel like Ange Loosa is going to have much for Bryan Battle in his long range strikes. So give me Bryan Battle. I think he's probably going to either decision him or KO him. So yeah, I think for me he's a parlay piece and potential money line play as well. What do you think about Ange Loosa versus Bryan Battle here?
So Bryan Battle, he looks like he's getting better at his timing on his strikes at the end of his strikes. Um, he's learned to use that length pretty effectively, and I can see a scenario where he could just pick apart Lusa. And from fight to fight, we see that he's actually getting better at the grappling and he's developing that submission game. And overall, I think he's just becoming a good overall finisher, in my opinion. And as for Ange Loosa, I I like his movement. I like his volume. He moves well with that nice Muay Thai type of stand up. He's a strong athlete and he can grapple, but he can't get tired. And like you said, he's not a Fakhretdinov. In this fight, he does have that good high guard. Usually when he's fighting, going in and out with his footwork, but he tends to eat too much damage, especially when he's tired. And even when he's like winning pretty handedly, he finds a way in the third round to just almost get knocked out or give away the win. And for this fight, I kind of same things that you've been saying. I have Battle. I just think he's gonna have the cleaner precision strikes and possibly a finish also in this fight against Ange Loosa. So those are my thoughts.
Yeah, let's ride. Let's ride this week on battle. I think that's our guy.